Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Nourishing Heart Health session with me, Andrea Beaman. I'm so happy that you're here. It's 6:59. Oh, boop, 7 o'clock. We just hit 7 o'clock. And for those of you that hopped on early while we're waiting for people to jump on, because we have people jumping on from all around the world. While we're waiting for people to jump on, let me know what your name is and what you want to learn from me tonight, because we'll be here for about, maybe 45 minutes or an hour. So I want to try and cover all the bases. And this heart health topic is so important, not just in America, but around the world, because every 34 seconds, someone dies of a cardiovascular related disease. Right? So it could be heart disease, could be stroke, could be one of the cardiovascular related diseases. We're covering the heart tonight. But put it into the chat. Let me know, or not in the chat, put it into the question box. Let me know what your name is and what you want to learn tonight. I'm happy to support you for the next 45 minutes as we cover some anti-inflammatory foods, some herbs, some lifestyle stuff that you can do to support your big, beautiful heart. So as we're waiting for people to hop on, just drop it into the question box and I'll just keep this here. I don't want to scare you guys, but like I said, someone dies every 34 seconds from a cardiovascular related condition. Joy, hello, Joy. Joy says natural ways to lower blood pressure. Oh, I'm going to give you, Joy, that's great. I'm going to give you 2 ways to lower blood pressure. We're going to cover one of them in about 1 minute or so. And then towards the end, I'll give you another really easy way to lower blood pressure. And, blood pressure, a lot of it is stress related. I'm going to tell you a story. I'll share a couple of stories tonight. I'll share a whole bunch of stories tonight. So like I said, while we're waiting for people to hop on, put in what your name is, what you want to learn from me tonight. We're going to get started in just a minute. What time is it? 7:02. We'll get started in just another minute. Joy said she wants to learn natural ways to lower blood pressure, and that's very smart because the blood pressure medications actually damage the kidneys for long-term use. So you got to be very careful about that stuff. Okay. So we are, let me take my little, hi, Lorna. Lorna says, natural ways to lower bad cholesterol. I do take some supplements. What should I eat and stay away from? I don't want to take statins. Very smart, Lorna. Pat yourself on the back. Very smart. We're going to talk about statins tonight and the dangers of statins. Jeanette says, natural ways to lower cholesterol without the use of statins. Again, very smart. You girls are smart. Mark says, I want to know if I need to keep taking a statin. Well, that's something you have to discuss with your doctor or with one of the doctors in my Health is Wealth community. Like legally, I can't tell you not to take a statin, right? They'd just come here and lock me up, arrest me. So I can't tell you that, but I can give you information tonight that you could take with you to your doctor so that you can make the best decision for your health, because that's what this is about. It's about making the best decisions that work for you, okay? Krista says, how to lower blood pressure so I don't have to go on meds. Very smart. We're going to cover that tonight. Cindy says, natural remedies for AFib. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe I'll talk a little bit about AFib. I got a good remedy for AFib for you. Vicky says, heart health related to LDL 275. Okay, so what time is it? It's 7:04. We're going to start this session. Like I said, we'll be here for about 45 minutes or so. We're going to talk about heart health. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little, oh, Karen says all of the above. We're going to cover it all, Karen. You're in the right place. So we're going to start this session. I'm going to take my little face off so we could focus on this presentation here. I want to welcome everyone to this heart health session today. I'm going to show you how to support your heart and cardiovascular system without falling victim to the #1 killer in the world. So let me move my slide. cardiovascular diseases, like I said, #1 killer in the world. So today I'm going to show you why heart disease is not a cholesterol problem, and that it's a lifestyle stress and a disconnection problem, right? So once you understand that, you can support your heart in the best ways possible. So before we go any further, let's calm the body and mind down together. So we live in a stress-filled world, and you don't want to be in that state of high stress because it's going to damage your system. So we have to learn how to relax the system. Otherwise, you're going to damage your heart no matter how well you are eating and no matter what supplements you're taking. So your heart is sensitive to psychological stress. I mean, just open up your phone, see what's happening in the world, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So chronic stress is linked with anxiety, digestive problems, weight gain, heart attack, high blood pressure, which some of you spoke about just now, and stroke. So it's imperative to reduce the stress as often as possible. So we're just going to take one little, oh, you can't see my slides? Let me see. Oh, look at that. You can't see my slides. Thank you. Thank you, Suzanne. Okay. Yeah, now oh, good, good, good. Okay, so we didn't get far, thankfully. Thankfully you spoke up. So we're going to do a quickie. We're going to do a quickie way to reduce the blood pressure and reduce the stress. And it's just a simple little breathing exercise. We're just going to start with a simple little breathing exercise, right? So what this breathing exercise is going to do is it's going to get your body to move from sympathetic nervous system into parasympathetic nervous system, because that's where you can relax, and that's where you reduce inflammation, and that's where you actually heal your heart, okay? So we're going to start by sitting in a chair, right? So if you're in a car, you're in a chair. I hope you're not listening to this in a car. I hope you're sitting in a chair somewhere. And I want you to sit up straight and feel your feet on the ground and feel your toes inside your shoes, whether you're wearing shoes or sneakers or socks, right? I just want you to feel your toes and wiggle them around a little bit. If you can wiggle your toes consciously on command, you know that your body-mind connection is working, right? So everybody can wiggle their toes, right? Okay. So now we're going to do a few conscious breaths, just like we consciously wiggled our toes. We're going to do a few conscious breaths to help reset the stress response. So I'm going to walk you through it, and then we're going to do it together. So we're going to do the 4-7-8 breath that was popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil over 30 years ago. And this breath shifts you very quickly from sympathetic nervous system into parasympathetic nervous system. So you're going to take a breath in through your nose with a 4 count. You're going to go in 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to hold it for 7, and I'll count you through it. And then you're going to exhale for 8. And we're just going to do 4 times, okay? So let's begin. Sit yourself in your chair. Take a breath in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale the breath. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale the breath for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think this is the last time. Inhale the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And exhale with a sigh for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that is the 4-7-8 breath. And that breathing exercise, like I said, it was popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil back 30 years ago. It naturally lowers stress hormone. It reduces blood sugar. It reduces blood pressure, and it resets your nervous system into parasympathetic mode, which is exactly where you need to be to support your heart and cardiovascular system. So if you can start your day with 4 little breaths, just like that, inhale for 4, hold for 7, out for 8, it will help your body move into healing. So I'm going to give you a very quick story. Back 20 years ago, when I used to visit with clients in person, I had an elder male client who was in his 70s, and he had high blood pressure. And one day he checked his blood pressure and it was like 160. It was, it was pretty high. So I said, okay, let's do this simple little 4 breath exercise. And I just did those 4 little breaths with him, 4 little breaths. And when he finished, he checked his blood pressure again, and it was 117. Right? So that's the way self-care and knowledge about the human body works. You know what to do and how to apply it to real life circumstances. Okay? So now that we are hopefully relaxed and in parasympathetic nervous system, thank you for taking the time to meet me here for this live health session where you're going to learn how to support your heart in the easiest ways and not become a statistic of the #1 cause of death in the world. So in the short amount of time that we have together, I'm going to share with you my in-depth knowledge and 30 years of experience using natural healing protocols that work. So let's take a look at what you're going to learn today. We're going to learn why focusing on cholesterol has led us in the wrong direction, what is actually driving the rise in cardiovascular disease, the non-traditional contributors to heart disease, how food, herbs, stress, and community support the heart even after a heart attack. And I have a very special gift for those of you that stay on with me until the end of this heart health session. By the way, like I said earlier, every 34 seconds, someone dies from a cardiovascular related disease. And most of those people were doing exactly what they were told. They were taking their medication, they're watching their cholesterol, they're trusting the medical system, and yet it's still the #1 killer in the world. So something is not working, right? So for those of you that are meeting me for the first time, my name is Andrea Beaman. And for the past 30 years, I've been studying and teaching natural approaches to health as a holistic health coach, chef, and herbalist. I've been recognized as one of the top 100 most influential health experts. I've worked with people all over the world who were told, here, take this medication and then stay on it for the rest of your life. But who does a lifetime of medication actually serve? Well, not you, but it does serve the pharmaceutical companies, right? So what I learned from healing my own disease over 30 years ago is that following the mainstream model does not create health. It actually suppresses symptoms. So people never get to the root cause and they never get well. They get stuck in a revolving door of sickness after sickness after sickness that generates trillions of dollars for big pharma, but it does not create health because it's not designed to, nor does it empower you. It's a disempowering model. And you already know that, and that's probably why you're here. You realize there may be another option for health. So that realization of how to achieve better health and vitality is what changed my life for the better. I understand that true wellness is in my power, and it happens inside my kitchen and inside my heart and inside my mind. So everything that I'm sharing with you today comes directly from the teachings inside my Health is Wealth community. This is where people learn to care for themselves with confidence and empowerment instead of remaining trapped in a state of fear about the next disease that's coming to get them. So I am personally grateful that I get to share healing wisdom with people all over the world. And here is what one of my students had to say. She said, some amazing things come out of challenging times. And one was reconnecting to Andrea Beaman's programs. I learned new things, but most of all, reconnected with my passion for living a full and healthy life. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Right? So when you increase your knowledge and learn to use holistic remedies to prevent disease and heal naturally, it empowers you. It reduces fear of not knowing how to care for yourself, and that increases your health and your happiness on every level, right? So some of you that showed up early put in some of the reasons why you showed up here today, right? High blood pressure, you don't want to take statins, right? So let's take a look at some of the reasons why you may be here. And for those of you that showed up late, it's not too late. You could put your reason into the question box as well. Why are you here? Right? So you may be worried about the staggering rise in heart disease. You may be overwhelmed by conflicting health advice on the internet. You may be confused about cholesterol. So many people are confused about cholesterol, right? And its actual connection to CVD or cardiovascular disease. Maybe you just want to stay informed on the latest health advice from a trusted holistic practitioner. That's me. I'm on a mission to share knowledge that supports your health. So if you're here for knowledge, you're in the right place as well. Lori says, what removes existing cholesterol from the body naturally? Oh, that's a great question. So we're going to talk about cholesterol. We're going to get into it. Rehab says, I'm fasting in Ramadan. Before you recommend to be vegan through the vegan, I have fish and seaweed. Oh, Karen, you lost sound? Did everybody lose sound or just Karen? Oh gosh, I hope not everybody lost sound. Oh, Jeanette, thank you for chiming in. Debbie, thank you. Okay, thanks, Amanda. That's Amanda. That's our community manager. Everybody has sound. So as I mentioned earlier, the information that I'm sharing with you today is taken directly from the library of classes inside my Health is Wealth community. So is your big, beautiful heart ready to get started to learn what I have to share with you tonight? Let me know in the chat. You ready to get started, or in the question box? Let me know. Give me a yes, I'm ready to go, or bring it on. Jeanette says yes. Debbie says yes. Karen says sound back. Thank you, Karen. I'm glad you made it back. Krista says yes. Marie says yes and put a heart there. That's why I love Maria. Sherry says yes. Vicky says yes. Mark says yes with 3 exclamation points. Bonnie says ready to learn. Suzanne says yes. Lori says, yay, bring it on, sister. You're my kind of people. Okay, so let's take a look at what is the problem. Despite decades of cholesterol-lowering drugs and blood pressure medication, heart disease has not actually improved. In fact, it's been getting worse. Why do you think it's getting worse? Anybody want to take a gander at why you think heart disease specifically is getting worse? There's a lot of reasons, but one of them is that we've been focusing on the wrong thing, right? So one of the main reasons cardiovascular disease is getting worse is that modern medicine focused on the wrong target. Lowering blood cholesterol does not heal the heart, okay? Yeah, Sherry says not getting to the root cause. 100% Sherry. Lorna says processed foods and sugars. Yes, you're smarties. You're in the right place. You are smarties. So cholesterol, which has been demonized, is actually protective. Your brain needs it. Your heart needs it. It's vital to your existence. And yet statin drugs are prescribed for anyone with cholesterol over 175. And those statins are linked to muscle weakness. Hello, your heart is a muscle. Statins are also linked with cognitive decline and early onset dementia because your brain cells are coated in cholesterol, right? Cholesterol, like I said, is protective. So this isn't even controversial anymore. Even cardiologists are talking about this. So here is a picture of Dr. Patrick Fratellone, who's a world-renowned cardiologist. We hosted him inside my Health is Wealth community, and he spoke the truth about cholesterol-lowering drugs. And he said something that resonated deeply with the members. He said, why are we putting rat poison inside the body? That's what blood thinners are. It's the worst possible thing to do. Now, you may be shocked and think, well, what is he talking about? He was talking about warfarin, which was originally used as a rodenticide, right? It was a poison to kill rodents. So let me tell you a quick story about how rat poison works. So the building that I used to live in on 97th Street in Manhattan had a mouse and a rat problem. So the landlord sent an exterminator into all the apartments. Now, I'm curious, and I wanted to know, what was the powder the exterminator was putting behind the stove to kill the rodents? And I asked him, I said, is that powder going to be dangerous for me and my family and my dog? And he said, it's not dangerous unless you go behind the stove and ingest it. He said, the way that this poison works is that the rodent walks through the powder and it gets on their paws. And then they lick their paws because they're very clean animals. And he said, the poison does not kill them immediately. It takes repeated times walking through the powder and ingesting it by licking their paws, and that kills them. He said it bleeds them from the inside out. And that was shocking to me. First of all, I thought it was inhumane. Secondly, it made perfect sense to me that that is why people taking blood thinners like warfarin and heparin and others have bruising on their skin, internal bleeding, blood in their stool, dizziness and weakness, and a higher incidence of stroke. It's causing internal weakness of the blood cells and damaging the body from the inside out. And this is exactly what happened to my father when he was taking blood thinners for his high cholesterol. He started getting weird bruises on his skin, and he was having trouble with his memory, and he had a series of strokes that debilitated him. The fact that they're still prescribing this crap to people is crazy to me, especially with all the information that we have. My personal belief is that it shouldn't be used on rats, and it shouldn't be used on humans either. It's dangerous, right? So let's look at the importance of cholesterol. Cholesterol is so important to your health that your body makes 80% of it to keep you healthy. And here's some science from Harvard Health. The Harvard Special Health Report, Managing Your Cholesterol, explains cholesterol as a waxy, whitish yellow fat and a crucial building block in cell membranes. Cholesterol is needed to make vitamin D, hormones, including testosterone and estrogen, and fat-dissolving bile acids. In fact, cholesterol production is so important that your liver and intestines make about 80% of cholesterol you need to stay healthy. Only about 20% comes from the food you eat. Now, if you're wondering why the entire population is vitamin D deficient, it could be because they took cholesterol out of their diet and they've been trying to lower cholesterol every chance that they can, right? Because we need it to make vitamin D. So the truth is, cholesterol is actually keeping you healthy. The real question is, if cholesterol is keeping us healthy, then what is the real cause of heart disease? And somebody hit on it earlier. I think it was Sherry said, not getting to the root cause. So let's take a look. The real contributors to cardiovascular diseases, okay? It's not cholesterol. It's gut imbalance. It's chronic stress, which we talked about at the beginning of this session today. That's why I had you do that quick little breathing exercise. Poor sleep, inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, a lack of movement, and social disconnection. So what do you notice about this list of contributors to cardiovascular disease? What do you know about it? What does it look like? What do you think? Oh, that's a great question. C. Augustine says, why does the FDA not look into blood thinners and ban it since it's harmful to health? Come on. You know that there's money involved here, right? blood thinners and statin drugs prior to COVID-19, prior to the vaccines, were the #1 moneymaker in the world, in the entire world, trillions of dollars, right? Um, yes, Sherry, Big Pharma controls a lot. That's correct. They have their hooks into the FDA, unfortunately, and they also have their hooks into the medical schools. That's why doctors are taught you have to lower the cholesterol. Maria, very good. The contributors to cardiovascular disease. There's no mention of cholesterol here. Lorna, that's correct. She says, I believe statins contribute to dementia and Alzheimer's. Yes, they do. You can look up the studies on that. They absolutely 100% do, because your brain is coated in cholesterol. It protects the brain. And when you reduce the cholesterol or lower it to like below 175, then your brain cells are no longer protected. Okay. So this is the type of information that we teach members inside my Health is Wealth community, step-by-step self-care and how to support your mind, body, and spirit, right? So here's a little truth bomb. Oh, Sherry says, I even heard type 2 diabetes. Oh yeah, it might for sure, because and we'll get into some other stuff. So let's go a little deeper. So most people don't by the way, this is how you support cardiovascular health. Let me just move the little questions over so I could see the whole box. So to support cardiovascular health, you need real food, herbal remedies, daily movement, nervous system regulation, and meaningful social connections, right? So when you learn how to stop fighting your body's natural processes and instead understand why your body is naturally increasing your cholesterol levels, right? It's protecting you, then you can start supporting your body, right? So here's a little truth for you. Most people don't fail with their health because they lack information. You and I both know there's a ton of information out there, right? Especially on the internet. You can find anything, any time of the day or the night, 4 o'clock in the morning, you wake up, you need information, you get on there and you start Googling something, right? So most people don't fail because they have a lack of information. They fail with their health because they don't know how to understand and they don't know how to support their body, right? They don't know how to understand what is happening with my body and how do I support it. They've been taught to outsource their health to a system that profits from sickness. The sicker you become, the more money the system makes. That's the way that it works. Look in an old person's medicine cabinet. You're going to find 20 different medications in there, right? So when you reclaim responsibility for your wellness and you learn how to understand your body, then everything changes. Everything changes. You're not going to be a slave to the system anymore. You're not going to be inside that broken system. You use it when you need it, but don't get stuck in it. Right? That's a problem. People get stuck in that system with medication after medication after medication after medication, never getting to the root cause, never understanding what's happening with their body. And this is a problem. So here's a great example of what happens when you reclaim responsibility for your wellness, right? So everyone knows that inflammation and nutrient deficiencies are a huge contributor to cardiovascular disease. And of course, there's a ton of information on the web about what the top anti-inflammatory foods are. And you can see many of them here on this slide, right? We have fish, which is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. You have vitamin C rich berries, right? Those are natural antioxidants. You have cruciferous vegetables that support detoxification. You have hot peppers over there on the right. Right? They contain capsaicin that lowers blood pressure. It's also a circulatory stimulant. And then you have culinary herbs like ginger and turmeric that everyone is using to reduce inflammation, right? Because inflammation is one of the #1 contributors to cardiovascular disease. But here's a little truth bomb. Did you know that if your gut is not functioning well, like if you have SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or if you have leaky gut, right? Where the lining inside the intestine is too porous, it doesn't have the right bacteria, and you're getting little proteins that leak out into your body. That's a crazy crazy direct relation to inflammation inside your system, right? So then if you have either of those conditions or even candida overgrowth, right, then it doesn't matter what you're eating. Even the healthiest anti-inflammatory foods will have an inflammatory reaction inside your body. So you've got to heal your gut first. And then you could eat all this stuff and have it do its business, right? So another thing to consider is that if you eat any of these healthy anti-inflammatory foods that are here on this slide, while you are in a state of high stress, you inhibit the absorption of those nutrients into your system. So digestion is inhibited when your body is in sympathetic nervous system, right? Fight, flight, or freeze. So you need to shift into parasympathetic nervous system to digest your food. And one way to do that is just take a moment to be grateful for the food you're about to eat. When was the last time you did that? Where you sat and you were like, I'm grateful for this meal, and you took a moment to like relax. When was the last time you did that? Thanksgiving, Christmas, maybe, right? So when people eat food when they're stressed out, they get acid reflux or they feel bloated and stuck and they don't digest well. Let me know if you understand that. You could be eating the best food in the world, but if you are in a state of high stress, you're not going to absorb the nutrients. Right? You're not going to absorb them. Yes, Sherry says. Krista says 1,000%. That's a lot of percent. That's a lot of percent. That's all the percent in the world. Jeanette says absolutely true. Yeah. So you have to, if you're dealing with cardiovascular disease, you've got to look at your gut. You got to look, how do I heal the gut so that my body's not inflamed and I can absorb and process the nutrients that I need? How do you do it? Lori says absolutely. Marilu says yes, by experience. Yeah. Okay, so let me pull up this. Okay, let's go to a member. This is a member inside my community. She said, Andrea has always helped me think beyond traditional medicine and explore more holistic, nourishing ways to care for my health. Her health community is an inspiring and empowering place to be. And in a world filled with so much fear, it leaves me feeling confident and supported. Because of Andrea and the community she has created, I feel empowered knowing I have the tools and the support of others to truly take care of myself. And that was Leslie, right? So that's how I want you to feel, empowered about your health. It's a much better way to live in our highly stressed out world, right? So what time is it? 7:32. I got to move a little quicker. Sorry, guys. We only have about 15 or 20 minutes left. I also want you to keep in mind that it's more than just food, right? There's more to healing the heart and the cardiovascular system than just eating and digesting the right foods. So I'm going to tell you another quick story. This is an old picture of me teaching a cooking class inside my little tiny New York City apartment. And in the audience, every single month without fail was my elderly neighbor, Connie. And you could see her there on the left side with the little purple pants and the purple shirt. And we lived across the hall from each other for 26 years. She didn't have any close family in New York. She didn't have a husband or any children, but what she did have was community connection with her neighbors. So here's what the science says about that. Individual and societal relationships are key determinants of health and well-being, and high social cohesion is documented to have a strong protective effect on cardiovascular health. Conversely, poor social bonds and weak social networks predict poor cardiovascular health. And that came from the National Institute of Health, Public Library of Medicine. So when you actively engage with a healthy community environment, your body releases a hormone called oxytocin. And oxytocin plays a crucial role in connection by promoting feelings of trust, empathy, social bonding. Oxytocin naturally lowers blood pressure. It improves cardiac function. It regenerates heart cells. Let me show you. It actually regenerates heart cells. So this is from the front. It's a science magazine, Frontiers in Cell Development and Biology. Here's what they say about oxytocin. Researchers show for the first time that the neurohormone oxytocin has a previously unsuspected function in human cell cultures. It stimulates mature cells in the epicardium of the heart to become stem-like cells, which can replace heart cells lost after damage. How come that's not on the front page of the newspaper? How come? Why? Because nobody's going to make money. If you're told to go home and hug your friends and neighbors and connect, right? Who's going to make money on that? Not the drug companies. So what this means is that oxytocin is vital to heart health. And you can't get that from a bowl of blueberries, right? You got to hug people. You got to connect with people. You got to have community support, right? Does everyone see that we need healthy heart-to-heart social connections to thrive? Isolation and loneliness is not good for our health. And that's the truth about that. For example, I just want you to think back for a moment to what happened during the pandemic. They separated people from each other. People were told to stand 6 feet apart, also told not to visit family when they were in the hospital. Don't go visit your family during the holidays because of fear of spreading of a disease. And by the way, cardiovascular conditions and myocarditis spiked during that time, especially in younger people, right? So the truth is disconnection from each other is unhealthy. It kills our emotional connections. It deadens our spirit. The ancient Greeks used to say that the heart is the true motivator for the human spirit. So if you are feeling unmotivated and unhappy, it's time to reconnect heart to heart. So let's quickly move on to one simple herbal ingredient because I don't want to run out of time, and we're running out of time. That's all we have in life is time, right? It runs quickly, and the older you get, the quicker it goes. So here's a heart supportive herb that you could start using in a tea on your health journey. It contains my favorite heart support herb. It's a hawthorn berry. Here's the science around it. Hawthorn leaves, flowers, and fruits contain compounds that dilate coronary vessels and lower blood pressure. The herb has been used to treat a wide range of heart conditions, including hypertension related to a weak heart, angina, arteriosclerosis, the early stages of congestive heart failure, age-related heart disorders, and arrhythmia. Somebody was talking about arrhythmia earlier, maybe AFib. So this is from Rodale's 21st Century Herbal, Michael J. Ballack. And then from Mount Sinai Hospital, a number of studies conclude that hawthorn significantly improved heart function. Studies also suggest that the herb can enhance a person's ability to exercise following heart failure. Participants in studies have reported that hawthorn significantly improves symptoms of the disease, such as shortness of breath and fatigue. One study found that hawthorn extract taken for 2 months was as effective as low doses of captopril, a prescription heart medication, in improving symptoms of heart failure. So the truth is you don't have to become a victim of heart disease. Sipping on a daily hawthorn berry tea can support your heart and your entire cardiovascular system. And you can find hawthorn berry tea at any local health food store. What is it, like $3, $4? Right? It's really good medicine. Just sip on a little tea. So for me, an herbal tea like this is a much better option than taking a blood pressure medication or dangerous blood thinners that have not improved cardiovascular health in the past 75 years. So I want you to also keep in mind that healing the heart and healing the body is never about one little recipe or one thing that you do. It's about daily nourishment, stress reduction, consistency, and connection. Do you understand that? Do you guys and gals understand that? Oh, Marie says, how long should it be taken? Oh, hawthorn berry tea you could take daily. You know, like people are drinking coffee every day. They never ask, how long can I take the coffee for? How long do I take the coffee for? Right? So you could take Hawthorn berry tea daily. It's gentle. It's very gentle. Um, okay. Uh, oh, Sherry says, is there a particular brand of tea that I like? Well, I like to buy my herbs whole from a bunch of different places. Flower Power Herbs and Roots, Mountain Rose Herbs, but you can get, you could go to any store and get Hawthorn berry, right? Okay, so it is 7:39. We have been here for 39 minutes. I want to know, have you learned something new about supporting your heart and cardiovascular system that you didn't know before? Please let me know if you learned something new. Please put it into the question box. Did you learn something new? What did you learn in this little 40 minutes that we've been together? Please tell me. Mark says, yes, more than one thing. Oh, good. I love that. Jeanette said, yes, I've learned about Hawthorn berry tea and its healing properties. Amazing, Jeanette. Mark says that I may have made myself susceptible to dementia. Mark, keep the faith. As long as you're alive and breathing, I believe that there is a chance for recovery and healing. So keep the faith. Rehab says, yes, benefits of cholesterol. Maria says, yes, we are able to care for our hearts ourselves. Yes, we are, Maria. Oh my gosh. Wendy says, what is the ratio of hawthorn to water? If you buy the herb already prepared in a tea, you don't have to worry about what the ratio is, right? Keep it simple. Lori says, yep, refreshed my memory. Rita says, yes, quite a bit. Thank you. Bonnie says, learned about oxytocin and our gut implication. Yes. Debbie says, Hawthorn. Susie says, absolutely, learned so much. Calm nervous system, drinking Hawthorn berry tea, and I need community. Craving it. Oh, good. Well, since you're craving community, I would like to show you how I support people beyond one single class or one little herb or one recipe, so that you're not trying to navigate health by yourself. You get supported. So I'd like to show you my Health is Wealth community. Can I show you my Health is Wealth community? Can I show you what it looks like? Can I show you all the benefits? Mark says, yes, please do. Sherry says, yes. Jeanette says, yes. Lorna says, yes. Okay, so let me show you, because like I'm a big believer in community. I think it supports us in so many ways, right? So my Health is Wealth community is where all of this wellness knowledge comes together. It's not social media. It's not fear-based medicine. It's a safe space to learn to care for yourself, to connect with others, to share knowledge. Inside the community, you get to experience greater confidence in your health choices. You have less fear around illness. I give you recipes and remedies for more energy and resilience. You have reduced medical dependency. You improve your vitality and happiness, and community connection is what you get, which science shows directly protects your heart. So this isn't really about doing more. It's about doing what works. Like with knowledge comes power. Look what you learned in 40 little minutes. This community helps you get empowered about your health, right? And when you're feeling empowered, say goodbye to fear, right? Because fear is a killer. Stress is a killer. So this is what my membership is all about. Inside the membership, you get live events with me, which are valued at $4.98. You get 20 cooking classes valued at $60 per class. So that's about $1,200. You get a library of wellness classes that cover every single condition you could imagine, as well as all your organ systems. And that's valued at $400. You get expert interviews with people like the cardiologist, Dr. Patrick Fratellone. Those are valued at $500. You get a members only newsletter valued at $50. You get community forums valued at $97, presentations, recipes, remedies valued at $57. So the entire value of this membership is well over $1,800 per month. But you would get access for less than $100. Literally just 97 little dollars to access everything. And as I said in the beginning of this talk today, I said I have a gift from me to you and your big, beautiful heart. if you stayed on with me till the end. So for those of you that are on with me live right now, you get an additional 20% off, right? So you would use code HEART20. You would go to andreabeaman.com/health community and take an additional 20% off. That means you get this entire membership for just $77. Or if you sign up for an entire year, you get an additional 2 months free. That would be $770 for the entire year, right? So go to andreabeaman.com/health community, use code HEART20, and Amanda, who is our community manager, is on with us today, and she'll put that code into the chat box for you. And I'm going to take you to the purchase page to show you how to get that code so you don't lose it. It's available from now until I complete this little heart health session right now. So let's go here. Amanda's going to put that into the chat, and I'm going to grab that. Oh, Amanda, did you put there it is. So let me grab that little code, and I'll go to a new page. And I'll show you how to use that so you don't lose it. Like I said, it's good for while we are live right now. So you get to see what the community's like. You get to see everything that you get access to, live Q&As, step-by-step cooking classes, monthly guest expert sessions. Every month we have a new expert. You have an online library of presentations and classes. These are some of the classes that you get access to: food and herbs as medicine, brain health, hormonal health, seasonal eating, strengthening immunity, liver detox, nervous system support, cancer prevention, relieving allergies, cold and flu season, respiratory remedies, heart health, kidney health, digestive health, improving vitality. Well, we got a lot of stuff in there. And you get to see some of our members and what they had to say. And then, that's the truth, poor health is expensive. Right? You get to see everything that you get access to. And then you click on any of these little purple buttons that say, yes, I want either the monthly membership or I want an annual membership. And you could join for 1 month, or you could join for 10 months, or you could join for 3 months, right? So here's where you would use your code. You would scroll down to the left side and you'd put in, have a coupon. You'd click that and put in HEART20 and hit apply. And that would give you access to everything that I talked about for just $77 per month. Okay? So use your code now. You don't want to lose it. Let me take you back here to this lovely presentation that I made for you. You're welcome. Sherry says, are there subjects pertaining to autoimmune conditions? Oh, actually, we talk about autoimmune conditions all the time because people are riddled with them. Why? Because their gut is out of balance. So I cover that in the digestive wellness cooking class. Right? So, Vicki, you're welcome. So let me just show you. Here is where you sign up, AndreaBeaman.com, health community, use code HEART20. And you can continue to show up for free classes like this and learn something in 40 minutes, but being part of a community changes the trajectory of your health, both now and in the future, right? So I want you to think about, if all this community did was help you to feel more confident, supported, and less afraid about your health, would it be worth $77 per month, right? How much are you spending on a cup of coffee, right? If you go to Starbucks and you get a cup of coffee for $4, right? Times that by 30, that's $120. And I'm sure it's even more than $4, right? So for $77 per month, you would get everything that I covered. So I want you to really think about that, because if anything that I shared today with you resonates with you on the physical, emotional, energetic, or spiritual level, then hop in and use your code now so you don't lose it, right? Because it's only going to be available while we're live. So it's 7:49. We have another 11 minutes. and then I'm hopping off. So use your code now or lose it. You won't get access to it again. Um, I'm going to open up for questions. First, let me show you what one of our members had to say. This is Donna. Donna said, I'm a former healthcare worker and a licensed massage therapist, and also a founding member of Andrea's Health is Wealth community. The group meetings, expert sessions, cooking classes, and monthly challenges are all top-notch and interactive. They are constantly adding content. Our sessions begin on time, and they're completely present during the sessions, so you never feel rushed or not seen. I'll never not be a member of this community. This is the space I come to make the biggest improvements in my physical and emotional well-being. You couldn't make a better investment in your health than joining this community, right? So let me ask you this. How much are you paying for health insurance every month? How much? And with that health insurance, do you feel confident about your health? Do you feel supported? And more importantly, do you feel happy? Are you feeling happy with your health insurance? Are you feeling happy with your health? Right? If you're not feeling confident and supported, then I say sign up for 1 month right now. And in that 1 month, you get access to an entire library of classes at your fingertips. You'll learn about heart health, liver health, gut health, kidney health, bone health, brain health, respiratory health. Plus, you get a live Q&A with me where I answer all your questions. So if this membership helped you feel empowered about your health for the rest of your life, would it be worth $77 for 1 month? You can stop your membership at any time, right? There's no minimum. So if this membership reduced your fear of illness and increased your awareness of energy, plus connected you with a community of like-minded people, would that be worth it? Right? This is, like I said, less than 1 cup of coffee per day at a local Starbucks. So having empowering healthcare options at your fingertips that is accessible and affordable is so important. I want you to take a look around you, right? If you learn how to support your body using food and herbs and better daily habits as medicine, it makes the most financial sense. You stay well, you save money, and you connect with a community of like-minded people that are doing things differently, right? They're feeling happy and healthy. They're making great choices. They're not afraid, right? So the knowledge and the practical steps that I share in the community will empower you to make the best choices. You'll learn to nourish yourself more deeply, and that will impact your health and your happiness on every level, right? So it's time. Marie says, yes, it's worth it. I'm in the community and I love the support and encouragement. If I have a health question, I can write Andrea in the community and I get good advice almost immediately. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, I get in there probably 2-3 times a week or more answering questions. And then, of course, we always have all of our live events. We have just a few minutes left. Remember to go to AndreaBeaman.com/health community and use code HEART20. And Susan, you're in. You just got in the nick of time. Right? We just have a few minutes left. She just got in. You're in for the month. If you're available tomorrow, Susan, we have a live Q&A at 10 a.m. If you're available. If not, you could always catch the next one. You could catch the recording. You can put your questions into the community chat. But you're in. You got in just under the wire. Congratulations. I'll see you live in the classes. And I'll also see you just around the community. We got a lot of different spaces in the community. We also have a book club for those of you that are interested in like reading, reading about health. So here is what I'm just going to put this little code here, HEART20, and I'll show you what Sarah had to say. Sarah says, I pop into this community and just feel good. So many online communities generate a stress response, but in the Health is Wealth community, it feels happy, safe, and warm. Thank you for facilitating this for us, Andrea, and for sharing your wells of wisdom, right? So this is your final opportunity to get in with your discount while we are live. I'm going to open up for questions. Let's see. Let me open up my little camera. I want to know if there is anything preventing you from joining our Health is Wealth community right now. Anything preventing you from grabbing this discount, right? I want to know what could possibly be stopping you from taking this step to support your health and become empowered rather than become a victim, which is what's happening out there in the world, right? Victims of the establishment, unfortunately. So let me open up for questions here. Sherry says, what platform do you use online? Oh, that's a great question. Sherry, actually, I'll take you there right now. Let me open up my little webcam and let me share my screen. Let me go here. I hope you guys can still see my screen. I'm going to go to the community. I use Thinkific, and I'll go inside the community and I'll show you what it looks like. It's really a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm going to open up this community so you can see it. And let me make sure, yeah, you can see my screen. Okay. So this is what the community looks like. People come in and we have events. Amanda will post up our events that are going on. She gives a community tour every single month where she'll take you around the community. And she's like, for those of you that remember the Love Boat, she's like our Julie from the Love Boat. She goes and she shows you all the great stuff that you get access to in the community. We have live Q&A sessions. Our February session is tomorrow at 10 a.m. We have one every single month. The next one will be March, I think 19th or 20th, something like that. And then we have new practitioners that come in every single month and give a live interview, right? So we have sound healing coming up. I also have a spring cleanse live cooking class coming up. We have a guest speaker in a naturopathic doctor coming in April. We have our book club. We have learning material. So here, let me show you this learning material because this is a lot of fun. In the learning material, you just scroll down. Oh, let me move this over so you can see. We have immune health cooking class. We have cancer classes. We have, I show you how to do a self-massage for spleen, stomach to support digestion. There are classes on microbiome and immunity, how to eliminate parasites naturally. That's a fun one. Nourishing heart and cardiovascular health. Let me load some more here. Winter wellness, immune boosting strategies, thyroid support, boosting natural immunity, stress reduction techniques, culinary herbs and spices as medicine, and it's 7:57. I got to go a little quicker. Seasonal eating and to support your microbiome. Remember I talked about the leaky gut and how if you have gut dysbiosis on any level, you won't be able to process and digest your food, which will contribute to more inflammation. Even if you're eating the healthiest food in the world, it's crazy. So that's our learning material section. There's more, but I want to take you through this so you don't lose it. Krista says, do the Q&A sessions have a theme or can you ask anything? Oh, you can ask anything, Krista. It's your Q&A. My job is to support you, right? So the Q&As, we have them every single month. You can ask any question that you like, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. And if I can't answer it, I'm going to try and find you some information. Right? That's my job as the health and wellness facilitator and practitioner, right? We also have a community chat. If you have any questions outside of our Q&A and you want to ask a question and get an answer, just like Maria said before, you get into the chat. We have a monthly challenge every single month. They're a lot of fun. The challenge is it keeps you on track with your health, right? And then we have our expert interviews every single month. We just had a bone breathing expert. He was awesome. But every month we have a new expert that comes in. And then we have our member spotlight. We love our members. We love our members. And we have recipes. Oh, let me show you what else we have. Speaking of recipes. So we also have a whole line of cooking classes, right? So if there's a topic that you need, we have cooking classes supporting liver health, respiratory health, gut support, candida cooking class, cancer prevention, respiratory health, brain health, bone health, winter health, adrenal health, heart health, kidney health, recipes for for menopause, seasonal allergies, culinary herbs as medicine, lung support, healthy aging. I mean, we have so much stuff inside this community. It's a lot of fun. I'm really happy that with our members, I'm happy with the community. Like the community comes together and we all support each other. You know, like members will support each other and say, "Hey, have you read this article? Do you know how to do this?" Like they get in and they connect, right? So connection, like we talked about for cardiovascular and heart health, connection is huge. And some of the members actually meet up. Like, hey, you know, I live over here, and this is where, you know, they'll message each other. It's a lot of fun. And there's no negative ninnies in there. It's all positive and good vibes. Okay, it is 8 o'clock. I'm going to be hopping off. Oh, you just got in under the wire. You just got in. Susie, congratulations. You're in. And if you're available tomorrow, you got your discount, by the way. If you're available tomorrow and can hop on at 10 a.m., then you get your first live Q&A. If not, don't sweat it. Put any questions into the in the community chat, and then I answer the questions on the call. Or if I can't get to it on the call, then I'll get to it inside the chat itself. So don't worry, your questions are always going to be answered. Like, that's my job. My job is to support you. Okay, so it's 8:01. Let me just double check here. Mark says, oh, this question thing just went all the way down, so I can't see what it says. Something about a concern?
He signed up actually, Andrea. So he may be referring to his order, but Mark, you can shoot me an email. It's amanda@andreabeaman.com, and we can answer any questions or concerns that you have. But congrats, you're in.
Oh, he's in. I just saw that he's in. Congratulations, Mark. So Mark, for you, because you're worried about brain health, right? We have a go right into the learning materials section. We have brain health and healthy aging also inside that learning materials section. We also have a cooking class on brain health. And Amanda does a community walkthrough every single month. So if you have any trouble with the computer or with trying to understand how to navigate it, Amanda is your girl. She's going to be there for you. Every single month she does a walkthrough to help you. Okay, it's 8:02. Any other questions? Oh, good. I'm glad you're going to keep it on your wish list, Lori. You won't get the discount, the 20% off. That's only available right now while we are live and we're about to head off. Well, you just got in too. Anestia, you just got in. Look at this, under the wire, in the nick of time. You slid in. Congratulations. So everyone else, if you have any questions, then you could always email me, AndreaB@AndreaBeaman.com. If you have any questions on how to sign up, then email Amanda@AndreaBeaman.com and she'll support you. But you know, like we have, this is a support system because I know that the health system, the healthcare system that is currently in place for the majority of human beings is a broken system, right? It's a broken system, and unfortunately, people are not getting healthier when they're in there, right? It's sad but true. So it's one of the reasons why I created this community. It's teaching you that there are other ways to support your health. You don't have to be a victim of the system. You don't have to be scared about the next disease and the next thing and the next thing that's coming and this is going to get you and that's going to get you. You don't have to worry about that. You're like, I got a remedy. There's a remedy. I saw that remedy inside the community. There's a remedy for this. There's a remedy for that. And these are time-tested, ancient wisdom remedies. It's not like, and it's combined with modern science. Like, I take ancient healing wisdom and I combine it with modern science to give you the to give you the information that you need so that you can feel more confident about your health choices. Okay, it's 8:04. I know I could talk until the cows come home. The cows are coming home soon. Okay, so, oh, you are in, Linda. Why does everybody wait to the last minute? When I say it's going to be done, it's over. Linda, you're in. If you're available tomorrow, hop on our live Q&A. If not, don't worry. We have lots of live fun stuff coming up all the time, every single month. And while you're waiting for the live events, there's so much material in there for you to browse and go through. You know, what you got? Digestive stuff going on? Look at the digestive wellness. Go into the learning materials. Look at how to heal the microbiome, right? If you're struggling with heart stuff, go to the heart and cardiovascular class that's in there. You know, get the information that you need and start applying it. And the monthly challenges, I know I'm still talking and I got to go. The monthly challenges are a lot of fun because every month it keeps you on track with a new way to support your health, right? You're not just left in there going, what am I supposed to do next? Right? There's challenges are there to support you, right? We'll get you doing a cleanse like in March. Every single March, we have a nice spring cleanse. March, April, sometimes we do a liver detox. We'll do a heavy metal cleanse. We'll do a parasite cleanse. We do things to get the body functioning better, right? Because when the body is out of pain and functioning well, you could be happier. You'll be happier and healthier, right? When there's less trouble, when you're struggling with less crap. Okay, 8:06, I'm heading out. Amanda, thank you for your support. Everyone who joined us today, thank you for joining us live. And remember to use your code HEART20. I'm hopping off, sending you and your heart a whole lot of love. For those of you that are in the community, I'll see you very shortly. And for everyone else, stay safe out there. Okay, bye everyone.